Something people don't know about podcast disclaimers. They're the ultimate cover our butts move. All right, folks, let's get real. You know those disclaimers at the start of podcasts? The ones that say these opinions are our own and not our employers, friends, or anyone who might sue us. Yeah, those. Why do we need them? Because Stacey and Casey here, well, we might say something bonkers. And we don't want you blaming our bosses, our moms, or that guy who bagged our groceries last week. Nope, it's all on us, people. Think of it like this. We're just two dudes with microphones and way too much free time. And while we're at it, let's be clear. Our jokes, rants, and random thoughts, purely our own genius or nonsense. Depends on the day, so sit back, relax, and remember, if you're offended, it's definitely not because of our employers. It's all Stacey and Casey, baby. Covering our butts, one disclaimer at a time.
What it is, Jive Turkeys?
Man, what it is, I don't know. Shout out first and foremost, Trump 2025. I just want
Trump
to say
2025.
coming in and making changes, baby. Changes, baby.
Hey, and first off, I'm Casey.
I'm Stacey.
And this is the Stacey and Casey Show. Today I am Socks and Crocs, baby. I can't say it like you, baby.
Retro Sixes, baby. I don't know why we did that, but okay. No, man, how has the week been?
Cold.
Say it fucking again.
Cold.
It's fuck.
And that's why we got the theme color this week is minty chili.
Yes, icicle blue.
Yeah, not like the hot chili, which sounds really good right now because it's cold chili, really cold right now. You're picking up and down. You
Jive turkey.
Jive turkey ass motherfuckers. And we got some crazy shit.
Man.
Hey, first couple days Trump's in office. He's already a man of his fucking word. He's already kicking ass, taking names.
Facts.
Yeah, and I'm excited. I'm like riled up. I feel like a Trumper. I feel like a Trumper. And I can say it now because I'm not just an optimistic.
Freedom of speech, baby.
Before it's like, oh, you're just an optimistic, blah, blah, blah.
We can say it without being banned now.
Yeah, now I can say it's fucking the truth. Freedom. Yeah.
I can call you gay again.
I can say, you know what? Look here. You're being kind of gay about this.
Yeah.
And then my gay friend over here is like, I kind of agree with him. You're being really me about this. And then everybody will laugh because we'll have a mutual understanding of comedy.
Man, we named the show Back to Reality.
Back to reality.
Oh, baby. I'm so excited because I can say what I want and not have to freak the fuck out. You know,
you kind of already did. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah.
I just think about it with where we've come from growing up to then being limited on word supply.
It happened so quickly.
To be then told everything I was taught as a child is wrong. There's not two genders, right? And to be pumped this narrative, and everybody in every position on power was part of DEI, right? And then to think this one man comes into power, signs a couple bills, says, hey, it's men and women, two genders. And shit just went back normal.
It's normal again.
We're getting rid of DEI. You get your job you work for. Are you good at your job? Then you got your job.
He said we're on a merit system.
If you suck at your job, find another job. This has been life as long as I know it. I work in sales. Casey works in sales. You don't get paid if you don't do your job. Okay?
Yeah, and in a sales job, you got to produce or you got to get the fuck out. This isn't like you can hide on your phone and play in the corner. No, if you don't work, you don't get paid. And
it shouldn't be that hard. That should be normal. Isn't that what we grew up with?
What was your first job where you had to, go to a place and do work?
When I say you're not gonna fucking believe me, a lifeguard. I knew it. See, and it's crazy because
I definitely get that from your mom.
I know, like I grew up in an apartment, and I'll tell you why. I grew up in an apartment complex, right?
Okay.
In that apartment complex, there was a pool that I swam in every fucking day of the summer.
He says he swam in, but he really can touch the floor.
No, it was a 9-foot deep pool. I love this pool. That's why I
And you're
don't
10'7".
respect people's.
So that's why he's a lifeguard. He can't swim. He just like walked over to where your kid
So-
was drowning.
When I got of age and I was like, man, it was right when you could get your worker's permit. The apartment manager was like, look, you go to lifeguard, get your lifeguard shit, you can be a lifeguard.
Wow.
And so at school, we had a class, lifeguard training. Oh, that played out perfect. First job. Now, my job right after that summer, my first real job where it wasn't given to me, basically, Taco Bell.
Taco Bell.
What
Wow.
about you?
My very first job where
Hey, that's crazy, Amy. That's awesome.
my very first job was actually a place where we all know and love. It's a store you went to as a child in the mall, and you couldn't wait to go to the store because they had raunchy shit, they had funny shit.
Spencer's.
Spencer Gifts, baby. Nailed it. Hey,
I knew
take us some nuts on that.
immediately.
And the funny thing is my sister worked there before me. So I remember doing the interview. It was on like one of those little fucking chairs right outside Spencer Gifts, like next to the fake plants. It was Antelope Valley Mall. So
Okay.
it was in Palmdale, California. So anyways, she asked all the questions. I got the job there. Dude, I let so many friends go in there and skate with free shit. It was like,
That's fucked up.
I think, how many years has it been? I think I'm safe. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I let my friends come in and they're like, dude, there's a camera up there. I was like, dude, camera's fake, bro. He trusted me with the register. And I was like this. I was like, you want this Kenny doll? Because he wouldn't like do it. I was like, watch this. And I was pretending like I was pushing buttons and I put it in a bag. Have a good day. You know, dude, I was so
Worst thing I did, we did a
so bad.
firework war at the pool, and I found out you could shoot bottle rockets underwater. You fuck
Oh!
the pool up.
I saw somebody doing that and blowing up ice.
It was not a good thing, but we had a fucking blast. And yeah, so I guess we all did stupid shit as kids, but I didn't, I couldn't steal shit as lifeguard.
And when I said I let many of my friends skate off with so much shit,
How many tacos
I
gave away for free?
totally dropped. Like, no, maybe twice I let that happen. That doll one time just to show I can do it. Maybe one other time. So I wasn't like giving shit away. I was actually a pretty good employee.
Shit, free
was just funny
tacos.
to
If
see.
I knew you, you got extra taco. You got double your order basically. Cause shit, man, you know how much money they were making? They made us pay for the food, and we worked there. Shit was crazy.
My second job was actually one of my favorite places in the world at the time. This was a place they don't have out there anymore. So nobody is going to say, hey, who wants to go to? Did I give you enough clues yet? It's like, all right, oh, it's the weekend. It's Friday. Hey, what are we going to do this weekend? Hey, do you guys want to make a trip to maybe watch some movies? Blockbuster.
I'm like, motherfucker, I don't know. I was like,
Blockbuster Video. And actually, I got sexually harassed at that job.
you told me the story. You got to share this with the people.
Oh, my God.
And this shit's hella funny.
If I knew at the time, and I was 17, I think at the time, or yeah, 17 before I joined the Marines. It was one of my first jobs, and I was a good looking lad, good looking kid.
Little stud,
Okay? Yeah, a little stud back in the day, little Italian stallion, eh? But I was a little wet behind the ears. I didn't understand, that maybe some older women sometimes crave you and ask you to do some raunchy things, and you should say something out loud. So you might get
Men are victims too.
Men are victims too.
Men are
I
victims
didn't know.
too.
Okay, here's what happened. Manager and her best friend that worked there, they're both in this little fucking office. They're in there all day just fucking off doing girl shit. And what?
Casey, that could have been anything.
What?
I don't know.
I don't know what she means either.
Me neither. That's why I turned it to you.
Anyways, I'll make this fast, but I get called in the office and they're like, and they call me in there, they close the door, and I was like, what's up? And she's sitting down there and her friend's sitting there, they're like, Casey. They said, unbutton your pants, unzip your fly, and put your dick in my hand.
He looks like a victim, doesn't he? When he's telling the story, he looks like a victim.
Dude, I swear to
He
God
got
that
so
happened.
depressed while saying it though. I could feel the energy shift. They can't feel it. I could feel that shit.
And for a
Hey.
second, I adjusted my belt, like thinking, what's going on? Am I going to do this? For a split second, I'm like, just taking an order. And I was like, nah. They're like, oh, come on. I bet you have a big dick. And I was,
Did you not want to disappoint?
dude, I honestly, at the time, hold on. At the time, I was a fucking virgin.
that would really throw you off. If you're like, honestly, when I think back virgin high school, you're like,
I didn't lose my
what the
virginity,
fuck
bro,
is
till I was
happening?
18 years old. So,
That's a good thing,
anyways,
probably back in your time. I mean, the shit that was going on out in Cali, I don't know what you could have got.
dude, I was a huge flirt. Girls liked me, but I didn't put out. I wasn't all talk either. I just didn't, but you know,
Wasn't
do
your
shit
thing.
till I was
Wasn't
18,
your thing.
and then definitely made up for lost time. But anyways,
Military will do that to you.
yeah. But anyways, that shortly after I said no to that, and and I was great at that fucking job. I was sprinting across to get like the last new release and it was on the wall for a customer was looking for it, and I took pride in my job. I love fucking movies.
You do.
Yeah,
That explains your movie buff, though.
dude.
That this man can, when I say quote movies out of nowhere, he's like, you don't know this movie? I'm like, I might have seen it. I don't remember it like you do.
Dude, I can still walk into a Blockbuster today if they had them, and you can give me a movie, and I will walk exactly to where it is in that fucking room.
I was there
Dramas,
every
fucking
Friday with my
comedies.
parents. It was that was you. I
was
was
the
hoping
shit.
for it. Yeah, I love that
You want to
shit.
get there before the new release wall gets all taken, you know, and they had the most. Anyways, so
My
anyway,
God, Nick,
dude, shortly after that, I
Paul,
got fired.
Adam, welcome
Dude.
y'all.
Hey, what up, y'all? Yeah.
No, as far as
Party
where we go
Friday.
with this first
Woo.
job shit, because I don't know how we got there. I feel like you're asking for my security questions for my credit card. I was thinking that shit. I'm like, kind of security question ass shit is
Well,
this?
before we logged on, we were doing a show little, you know, bullshit, and we're talking about you know, kids these days and not getting jobs and fucking
Oh
trying to
yeah.
get, you know, that one song, that Samson song that I was playing and all that shit. We're talking about jobs, and I don't know.
I feel like
I was curious.
well, I
wanted to
think
finish
what was
up.
funny was the TikTok ban that popped up. We didn't even talk about this, but
Oh,
like
TikTok
how
ban,
many
yeah.
people panicked? And it's like you also there's two sides to this coin, right? We don't make money off of the internet, right? So we can't
Not
say
yet.
shit about that. Right, yeah, not yet. But I will say there was a lot of money being made by individuals on the internet. That does affect our economy.
Yeah, and just
hey, Greg, we see that you got a good eye for the chip.
oh, don't even
We
show that to
see
me.
you. We see you.
Ah,
See the
fuck.
PTSD going on in the building.
Oh, dude, seriously. So, I threw away the other package.
Who knows?
Dude.
Who knows what could happen, Greg? Who knows?
Hey, I do not condone anybody ever eating one of those chips. It's not a challenge. It's
Hey, you know I'm on your team now, Greg. You can easily, I could bring it into work for you now.
dude, I was so
Oh.
quick to like ask people to do it, and then after doing it the third time, I reminded myself why I don't do it. Well, as I
The
did
third
time.
time.
Well, this is the first time that like, I really like it like put me in pain in the stomach, and it just so happens to be the knockoff chip, not the Pacquiao,
Yeah.
the Paki chip, or the other two that I had, and
They say online, I read the reviews, it's supposed to be worse.
well, it's the amount of the
Capsation.
capsaicin, yeah, the amount of capsaicin. Samson does a rap to that capsaicin. Jerry said it. But yeah, no, it's the amount they put in there that literally upsets your stomach, makes you sick. So don't.
No, as far as I just feel it was a display of power. And honestly, as I look at it, for those who don't know, and I'm gonna just give you a little heads up if you do use TikTok. Supposedly Facebook took it over, but if you go to the Facebook page on TikTok and block it, you'll get back your old For You page. This was a myth to me, and then I did it the other day, and now I can see my alien shit again. So I just recommend if you want your original TikTok back, just block Facebook on there, and you can get what you were looking for. But that's neither here nor there.
And basically,
Casey
with
hates
that
it.
whole with that whole TikTok thing, for those you don't really understand, and I actually
What?
watched. What? What's up? What's up?
Paul just said they have a chocolate challenge that's worse.
Ooh,
It melts as you digest it. What the fuck? Who the fuck?
Man,
Who the fuck would do that? That'll ruin your taste for chocolate forever.
dude, tequila already fucked up like half the juices for me these days. I can't have any fucking juice without PTSD of alcohol in it. And I go "Ugh," every time I drink orange juice. You're gonna fuck up chocolate for me, so I can have a shake one night and
Oh,
think of that one
shit.
time that I got sick from eating the spicy chocolate with my fucking shake.
Hey,
It's a
we
horrible idea.
appreciate you, Beauty. He said, now you made money from the internet. Hey, we love you too. Hey, shout out. No, it's crazy because after watching how you reacted to that chip,
Oh, dude.
and like I've seen Casey eat a lot of shit. So we got this guy at work. It's called Bill's Hot Sauce. It's just you know
Wild Bill's
it.
hot
You know
sauce.
it when you know it. The shit is hot.
He only
Okay.
charges $5 for a bottle, dude. I tell him.
It's
charge
because
10.
it's because who the fuck wants to torture themselves?
That stuff is
That
delicious.
shit lasts forever. Okay.
Put it on potatoes. You can put it on soup.
So again, this is where I'm going with the Casey. For those who are out there, I want to put this in perspective for the ones that know them. For those that don't, Bill's hot sauce is an extremely hot sauce that I use to spike other hot sauces to put on wings to give it that extra kick. Okay. Casey swears by this shit, as you just heard. Put it on potatoes, put that shit on everything, like Frank's.
Yeah.
I watched this man cripple over this chip.
Yeah.
By
the time I left your house, though,
hey, that's funny because hey, you sound just like Casey. I buy 2 bottles at a time. Love that sauce. Hey,
Yeah,
you'll love this chip. You know what? It will be on my desk Monday morning. Okay.
It was delicious for like 3 seconds.
And you know what's crazy is in the video, I clipped it for us. If you guys see it on the TikTok, was your eyes when it hits you. It was, I guess it's a dopamine release whenever you're eating the capsaicin and shit, but like you can see it trigger. And when I say trigger, it was just ting, like
you talking about it.
I
was
literally
like triggering a
I
memory.
had to lean back a little bit, like, damn, this motherfucker look kind of crazy right now.
Do you know why you lean back?
What?
Because when the force came through my eyes, it was literally a force that knocked you back in your seat. It was like,
I could believe like a G wave. No, I told Marcel, I was like, that motherfucker looked like he was gonna go crazy. I was like,
it was hot. It was like it hit like sometimes it's like, oh, it's
say
coming.
less.
Okay, it's coming. No, that thing was like, okay, here you go, motherfucker.
Hey, so and another one, Nick brought it up, the Chuck's Chicken Massacre. So I'll make it a short story on this one, Casey. We have a Chuck's Chicken. You can pick different levels of heat. They got a level 6. You got to do waivers and shit.
Well, at the time we thought it was just a 5, and I never had Chuck's.
Hey,
I never heard anything about Chuck's. All right, if you're here in St. Louis and you've had Chuck's spicy chicken, you get it. I'm from California. We didn't have no Chuck's spicy chicken. So one of the managers, I'm not going to say who because he almost killed me. No, but Chris Barnes, he asked me, he's like, spicy chicken from Chuck's. I was like, yeah, just get me. He's like, what level? I was like, the spiciest. He's like, are you joking? I was like, no. He's like, you know, they're really spicy. I was like, ooh, I'm sure they are. You know, chicken from a fast food joint. Anyways, he comes back. He's like, hey, it turned out they have a level 6 now. So I got you a 6. I had to sign a waiver. I said, okay. That chicken sandwich got there, and I ate it faster than anybody can eat a chicken sandwich. I was fucking starving. In the first bite or two, I was like, this is fucking delicious. Oh, fast forward half an hour, 45 minutes later, I'm in the emergency room, bent over, throwing up one of those little fucking bags that they give you when you walk in the door. Everyone's staying away from me. I think I'm going to die. Dude.
Yeah, we thought you were going to die. Mama, you left.
And
you
anybody,
disappeared.
Oh, and here's the thing. I went inside our bathroom at work, and they have like a little locker room area. I was hiding in there, throwing up in the trash can. So nobody's trying not to show attention to myself. And when I left, I like damn near low crawled out the door, and my wife met me at the top of the parking lot. I crawled to the front door. I said, let's go to the hospital. Oh, dude. It's prank hot. And I don't know if this is giving them good advertisement right now. Us talking about it. People like a good prank.
So no, I think that
It's
people that like hot should, definitely give it a try.
Start with a 4 and say, you know what, it gets hotter. Or you might go, oh, this is for a bitch. And there's always going to be somebody in the comments saying, oh, I do a level 6 all the time. It's no big deal.
Hey, Uni, yes,
you're a reptilian. You're a
reptilian. When I tell you, hey. When he told me I had to go to the hospital for that, I don't even eat Chuck's now. Like, I don't know. I had a level 3.
It wasn't even that good as far as chicken.
I was going to say, like, the flavor at level 3 wasn't that good, right? Now, Jess and Rich one day ordered, like, I think it was like a level 4. And they were walking around handing them out. And I'm like, I don't think I want to try that. I'm watching people cripple down the road. I'm like, I don't do that. And I believe you. I know of all people. When I think of heat, you're the 2 people I think of. Honest to God. My dad was a heat guy. But when I think of it, I
Hi.
think with what they do, it's like you said, it's too much capsaicin, liquid, whatever it is, that it's not really flavor. It's just we're adding liquid heat to
No,
it.
it's like when you buy that napalm oil to put like one drop in a chili and it spices it up. It's like if you were to put that one drop on a chip, yeah, you're going to make the spiciest
And
chip
I'm
in the
not eating a
world.
level 5.
And if you stick it in your stomach, it's going to be too much for your stomach to handle. It's going to try to reject it, and it's not good for you.
As I was a kid, I remember when Atomic Wings came out of Wingstop. That was like a test your might. I remember when 911
Test
wings came out
Your
of Hooters.
might.
I remember when 911 wings came out of Hooters. It was like my dad was a hot guy. He liked it. So it was like in his mind, test your might. So we go. Of course, I'm with you and I'm your son. So you got to try it or you're a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I've had my fair share of heat. I'm not fucking with it.
Hey, you know
I'm
Chris
good.
Rock, right?
Yeah.
Nobody goes to Hooters for wings. There's no sex in the champagne room stand up. Remember that?
I know exactly. I
Nobody
think it's
goes
funny.
to
Like,
Hooters for wings. That's so true. And hey, because I haven't said it yet, and I know she's waiting
get
up for
through a
me.
screen door and not
Hi,
hit a wire.
babe. I love you. Paula, hey. Look at me. I'm on TV. No, I'm kidding.
Oh, that shit just cracked me up. Shit through a screen door and not hit a wire. It's crazy. Oh man. And no, it destroys stomachs. Chuck's, and I'm not saying anything against them, but I think there's just too much. Whatever they use in their hot sauce is it's too much.
The best hot craze that came out for a while, and I was totally on board with, and it kind of got old. I think you know what I'm about to say. Sriracha.
Oh, sriracha
Yeah.
sauce.
That stuff was hot when it first came out. It was like kind of hot. Then it was like, man, I got a tolerance, and you're putting it on everything, tacos, fucking spaghetti, and it's still awesome, but
I don't think
man,
it's as hot as it used to be.
it's not. It's like you got kind of numbed out to it. Now it's like, all right, sriracha. Oh, okay. And ice cream, by the way.
Damn.
Everyone,
Hey,
what?
Prayers you get better, Beauty. We just had a sickness run through the house that he got over the stomach virus. Now that's a rough one. That norovirus shit is running around, but nobody knows how to diagnose us. But we got all off subject talking about this goddamn chip. But talking about heat, first off, more Cali fires going on.
Yeah, there's a new one that's
Just
branching.
broke out.
Yeah, broke out.
They're saying they got all these incinerators in the path. And I think that, me and you were talking about this before the show. And has anybody heard of Lithium Valley?
Lithium Valley. Yeah.
Now, Casey just blew my mind because a year ago, 60 Minutes did a show on Lithium Valley. And it just so happens it's in California. And from what we were seeing,
and from what we're saying, this little lake, it's they call it
Salton Lake or something like that.
Salton Lake.
Yep.
They it's Lithium Valley. There's enough lithium in there to supply California inevitably with all their lithium needs, and 40% of the world's lithium all in this
Why
one
is that
concentrate.
relevant, they say?
Why is that relevant? Well,
electric cars.
Yeah, electric cars, Tesla. They
Your cell
targeted
phone.
they targeted saying Tesla's big movement, everything has to do with this lithium.
Well, I think about this push they say for electric vehicles. I hope Trump puts a stop to it, but we really haven't heard anything on that. So
I think it's gonna be kind of how it is now. Just like leave it up to the consumer. If the product is good, the consumer's gonna buy it.
I know Ford's pulling back on electric vehicles. I mean, I just don't know.
Still don't. I don't think we still have enough capability to house that many electric vehicles right now.
Well, I want to go back to shouting out Trump just for a minute because he put the right man in charge. Borders are.
Oh man, this fucking bulldog. He's got a jaw like a bulldog, and I would not want this guy coming after me.
Hey, I don't know if I'd want to argue with him on the fucking Congress floor. This man looks like he's ready to punch somebody in the fucking mouth.
I want him to be my uncle.
You said that.
What's his name? I don't know. I just call him Uncle Czar.
If you don't know who he is, let me give you a quick rundown.
I'm not going back to Haiti. Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
You see that video, I'm curious, what do you think?
I'm not going back to Haiti. Trump.
Well, he's wrong. He's going back to Haiti. I tell him that.
Hey, this is the man that is not to be fucked with. It's literally right or wrong with this man. It's nothing else.
And did we play that whole clip? What that
Oh
guy
no,
said?
so as far as
Hey, let's give a little background on that
hey,
clip.
first
I'm
off,
not going back to Haiti.
We're kind of
Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
going on. Who? Get right. Oh shit.
That's
Oh
not
shit.
me.
Oh man.
Did that guy have his
Oh,
Casey and
fuck.
Casey show t-shirt on?
What just happened?
Did he go to our merch site? No.
Did he go to our merch site? Oh, that's gold.
Yeah.
No, as far as for you that don't know, for some reason it's not on here. I don't
Ice.
know why.
Well, ICE since in the last like 36 hours or something like that, ICE this operation to get all these immigrants that are like,
They're deporting.
yeah,
They're fucking doing their
They're
job.
starting with the most heinous,
The criminals.
disgusting criminals first.
I'm not gonna label them. I'm just gonna say they're criminals and they're gang leaders.
And how many convictions have they had so
They've
far?
had like
Arrests?
583. They say.
583.
But
And
the guy that they played in this video, and we're gonna play it again.
he's
so
a
you can
gang.
see
He's
him.
a gang leader apparently in Haiti.
And this is him getting deported.
Check this.
Now, man, what the fuck?
Check this shit out, motherfucker.
I'm not going back to Haiti. Trump, you feel me? Yo, Biden forever, bro. Thank Obama for everything that he did for me, bro.
You see that video, I'm curious, what do you think?
I'm not going.
This man is thanking Obama for everything he
Everything.
did for me.
Yeah. Not asking for help, saying thank you for everything
Thing
you did for me, Obama.
Biden. That's
Biden forever.
that's who supports him. And you're mad at us for wanting him to get rid of what?
Who wants to be on that
This
guy's
is a
side?
gang leader. Like, I don't understand how,
Man,
as far as this is what we want in our country. Or do you want a person who, like he just said, no, he's going back to put his ass back there?
that guy apparently had like 17 crimes or something
Some
like that.
crazy
Some
shit.
crazy
Murders, rape, all types of shit under his belt.
Yeah.
And they're doing this all over the country. It's a crackdown. We had people in St. Louis get taken down. They got people in New York, Chicago, everywhere.
Boston.
And I think this man needs to be saluted.
Yeah.
He's the man for the job. He has a backbone. He stands up to Congress. He stands up to everybody.
Yeah,
And he
there's-
doesn't back down.
There's still cities that are trying to fight it. Boston tried. They failed. They just went through
Hey.
there and said, "We don't need your help." All right.
I
peace
want to
out.
say what you said earlier, though. Hey, what happened to you? Hey, what happened to you, Tom? What happened as a child?
Yeah.
That you
Oh
were
yeah.
just so heartless.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. The borders are. It's
they
like,
can go with them.
it's like every superhero like has a story on how they became a superhero. He didn't just like come out of the womb and go, "Wow, get the immigrants out of here." No. No. He
Well, I will
was
say
scarred.
this is what has been the focus this week, and I feel like this is the left's agenda, right? You see something like Tom, and then you see this, and I will say, for me, when I saw this, this was a shell shock. I was like, "What the fuck?" I hope I didn't just sponsor this getting in the office, and this is scary. So, it's the aggression. It's the aggression for me. If he would have just been like,
Do you know what he said?
totally different. I give my heart to you. It doesn't matter. That is it is the pure aggression. When you look at a Hitler, Hail Hitler salute, that is what it's aggression. It's not, if you were doing that with love, you would do it with passion. That was aggression. And I'm an Elon defender. The motherfucker looks like a goddamn robot.
Reptilian robot.
Yeah,
one
that
of the
too.
two.
One and the same.
A proper Hitler salute actually is you got to keep the hand sharp like a knife. It goes up to the shoulder. Everybody knows this. And when you salute,
No, not everybody knows
when you
this.
salute,
Okay, wait a
which he
minute.
didn't do, he did a dip back. Everybody knows you got to keep your posture, and your arm goes up at a 45-degree angle, and your eyes stay forward. You never look up. His back went up, his head went up.
The fuck is happening
People-
right now? What the fuck? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. What the fuck? This shit, what the fuck just happened? And it's funny to me because as a kid I used to do that shit jokingly to make
Who
my
did it?
parents look nervous. So like for you that don't know, I'm multiracial, right? My stepdad was white. I call him dad. And the most awkward thing for them, my dad was Croatian, right? I'd be in public and they'd start making me mad. I'd do some shit like that. The whole restaurant would turn.
Because you're bigger than your dad.
At the time, he was bigger than me.
Nah.
But when I think about that,
Dude,
that's
actually,
scary, man. Like,
and then he
anybody,
turned around and he did it again. And the second one wasn't as harsh. And to
Yes,
be
it
honest with all
was.
you guys,
It
you can Google a proper Hitler salute. I'm sure none of the stuff I said makes any sense because I never Googled it, nor do I know how to do it. That was all for comedy. And if you don't get that, you can go essay yourself.
Hey, it's freedom of speech now.
Yeah, freedom of speech. Hey,
Fuck yourself.
Hey, go fuck yourself. Quit being gay about it.
So it is what it is.
Yeah.
But again, I think it's fucking crazy.
Yeah, that was pretty. Dude, it's like he does some stupid shit, like the whole little jump he did, like during the campaign.
Yeah.
Like he acts like a big goofball. He's
Is that
over
what it
emotional,
is,
and he's
Paul?
an idiot. So
Paul
he's
says
as
he's
smart as-
autistic as fuck.
Dude,
I mean, that would make
make
sense.
perfect
We both, that would make. That's
That-
why he's a genius, and he's like,
Did I ever tell you my
these
autistic
people
story?
are too better. I'm better than them. I can't be here. Like, that's how he looks.
I don't know if I'm privileged. I didn't know what autism was until I was 20 years old. I was actually working at Charter Communications. This is a true story in Jefferson County. And as a technician, I went to a customer's house. It was a trailer. And the customer, first thing she said was, "Don't mind my son. He's autistic." Never heard the word before in my life. I just played like I knew it. I thought she said artistic. So as I'm starting to do my job, he comes out of the room and he starts just like banging on the couch on like a book or something, and just like looking at the ceiling and like doing some weird shit. And I just played it off, and the whole time I'm thinking in my head, there's nothing artistic about this fucking kid. If anything, he's a little retarded, which we can say now.
Oh
No.
my god!
No, and then long story short, I did a little research. Turns out I found out what autism was. And fast forward like 2 weeks, I'm driving down that street like in my charter van, and he's crouched down next to their mailbox next to the street with both of his hands by his ears doing this with his eyes closed.
Oh, bruh.
And I was like, yep, he's autistic.
It's funny because Paul said most people with autism are extremely intelligent, and you are correct.
Dude,
Most people
100%.
with autism are smarter than
This
I'll
guy
ever
was
be.
harsh.
They are built for what I think is called desensitized work. They should be the politicians because they are going to be able to make a decision not based off emotion 9 times out of 10. So I'm not against him. I'm not saying nothing bad.
Dude, there is
He's very artistic. Holy shit, dude.
It's very artistic.
Hey, and it's funny because I can see you thinking that in your head and be like, what the fuck is wrong with this
Dude, I knew a
person?
10-year-old. He knew the last. He can name the last 6 presidents in a row. You give me anybody that can name the last 6 presidents.
Bush. Oh, in a row.
Oh yeah, in order.
Nah,
From,
you got me. I got you back.
it doesn't even go back that far. But yeah, he was like he named all the planets. Anyways, yeah, autistic kids they definitely have focus that I would love.
No, I mean that is one thing, the ability to focus. But I will say, when I'm watching you amongst the other people, you can be autistic, that's fine, but you look like you said a reptilian. Your eyes are darting, like it looks like it almost looks robotic, like your calculations. Or there's 6 people in this row, there's 3,000 people in this section. You know what I'm saying? Like you're calculating
Yeah.
everything on an extreme level. Like we'd be like, okay, there's people over there, people over there, people over there. He's like, there's 3 empty seats there, approximately. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
he's calculating everything, and that's scary because this man is obviously extremely
here's a
smart.
question.
Let's
Here's
call
a
it
question.
what it is.
He's been working on this implant shit in the brain for how long now?
You don't
Years?
think he has one?
You don't think he has one? And if there's a way to like matrix yourself, don't you
You
think
know he's done
you
it.
know what? And if you don't know what I mean when I say matrix yourself,
Watch the Matrix.
watch the Matrix. They think
Brain
that
damage.
rod in the back.
Exactly.
They head fucking with that fucking probe that looks like a unicorn thing, and then they like put the program in their brain, and then they can fly helicopters.
Yeah,
So
literally.
Elon Musk can probably fly helicopters.
I mean, I honestly think he probably could do anything. The man has been rich all his life, from what I understand, and he probably has had unlimited resources to do whatever the fuck he wants. He probably is.
I get to see a commercial where he like puts his head up and goes, "I know kung fu."
Literally.
Yeah. Like the
But I
Matrix.
honestly, I also think the other part of that is that could be years and years and years of childhood trauma, witnessing the crazy shit that goes on with these people in real life, and you being desensitized to it. And now you're trying to remember while you're in the room, these aren't the crazy fucks that were just fucking each other in the closet. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't look these people in the eyes.
Well, he
I
talks.
know too much shit about these
He
people.
talks about his childhood, and so there's no secret to how he is. But yeah, I mean, he was a different kid to begin with. Apparently.
Well, you have a fan.
Who?
I love your eyes, pretty blue. I thought they were green. I don't know.
Oh no, yeah, they're actually they have a greenish hue. I like to say
That's
that
your eyelashes for 'em? No, as far as
my wife's are pretty in blue.
yes, they are. No, it's funny because when we think about all the shit going on with the border czar, and we think about all the shit happening in the real world, and then we bring it down to a local level, like just what we interact with on the daily basis. And so many people are oblivious to just what's happening in life, right? And you were talking about this earlier, like, just put your fucking phone down.
Put your
like,
fucking phone down, okay? And this is just in the office that I've noticed. There are people these days, and I've noticed it more and more to where I started like taking like a survey in my head. People will walk around and use their peripherals to walk, and if you get in their way, God forbid. Not that I got in anybody's way. They just stare at their phone, and they look at their phone, and sometimes they're doing something. Sometimes I've glanced down, not just once, and it's just a home screen, and this person is focused in on it like it's they just found out their grandpa died.
What's funny to me is when you said this to me. For those of you who know, like, work with other people, I've never really looked at other, like, when I'm walking, that's your private zone. I don't really look at people's phones.
I was standing by
But
my
to
manager's
think
door
that
and
you're
down.
looking and you're seeing home screens, that's crazy. Like, that to me is the pure purpose. COVID-19 did its job, and it made what I like to call fake anxieties. And it sounds fucked up, but one of them, and this is no targeting when I bring up this conversation, because I just argued about this not too long ago, but social anxiety. And I 100% believe that shit is fake.
Social anxiety.
Like, I can see social anxiety. Let me reword this. If you have to do public speaking, 100% can understand social anxiety.
Yes.
If you have to get in front of a group and do something embarrassing, completely understand social anxiety.
Yes.
There are certain circumstances to this that I can understand social anxiety. What I can't understand is this new generation of people that can't function around people.
And know what? And just I know somebody firsthand. It's actually somebody that we work with. Well, you don't.
I was thinking that when he said it. I was like, don't put your phone down now, guys.
Yeah. Go for a walk. Come back. No, but my wife knows somebody and has talked with them about how they have social anxiety to where they get their food delivered to them. They won't go shopping. And this person isn't financially inclined. They're not rich. If anything, they're struggling.
And they're
making
spending
more
a
money.
gang of money on it.
And these people, they have social anxiety to where they're spending extra money for other people to get them stuff because they don't feel comfortable going out. I mean, man, like, where do you draw the line? And you just got to shake somebody,
Well, I just have to ask, what part of it gives you anxiety?
That's a good question. Is it the people looking at you?
No, I'm not going to give any examples. I just,
Is
somebody that
it-
has it, please tell me. Because when I ask anybody who says they have it, they can't, they're like, well, it's interacting with people, but you've been doing that since a child.
I have an idea.
Okay.
I think I have an idea what it is. Okay, the things that you're mentioning, which makes total sense. Public speaking, doing something stupid in front of your friends, things like that. gives you anxiety, gives anybody anxiety. If you're getting anxiety from doing day-to-day work like going shopping or going somewhere to make a decision or doing something,
Calling for a pizza.
anything that you
I
get.
only say that because there's people out there that cannot order a pizza.
No,
on
I
the
think
phone. That
well,
shit's crazy. To
my
me.
point being is maybe that person was never shown how to do it. Maybe their mom never took them to the grocery store and said, "Here's how you find a good deal on spaghetti." Instead, the kids in the cart holding their phone.
It's spaghetti.
It's the Italian to me. But because the kid's too busy and go to the store right now, and any kid in there is on their phone like this while mom's shopping.
Not mine. Mine's got a little cart. They got these cool little carts for kids, and it's pretty cool until you turn around and he's got $100 worth of groceries.
Shoppers in training. I love that. I get out of those little kids' way. I give them respect for like going along with their parents, playing the role, learning, and making it into a game. And props to parents who do it.
And not only making it a game, but you're going to stand here with me while we figure out what's the better buy.
And if you're listening right now, and you say, "Well, my kid plays on my phone the whole time we go shopping," we notice you, and everybody's thinking, "Oh, she's a bad parent." No, I'm just kidding.
I don't really think that. I was like, what I think honestly is, I'm like,
but no,
that's
seriously.
a bad little motherfucker right there. Like that's what goes through my head. You got a badass little fucking kid because if you got to give him the phone and he can't walk and hold the cart or he can't walk in front of the cart or next to you, yeah, you got a badass fucking kid.
Oh my god,
I know what's up. I ain't dumb. I know that little motherfucker is bad as shit, and I'm not playing.
And I feel so old saying this, but do you ever like hear a kid like give their mom or dad sass in public, and like when you hear it, you actually turn and expect to see somebody getting murdered?
I expect to see a
and
backstab.
It's a mom bowing
Bring
down.
back kids crying in aisles from ass whoopings, not from snacks. That's what I'm bringing back. That's my new motto. Bring back ass whoopings and not cry. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're gonna figure it out.
Just bring back ass whoopings. That's what it is.
We'll put a beat to it.
We'll figure it out. No, and I honestly, and it sounds fucked up. I don't support child abuse, but man, like when I say if your kid isn't civilized enough to walk next to you in public, you trust them away from you. And if that's the case, you want to take care of that motherfucker till he's 30? Man, look,
that's what
I'm
these kids
cool
are
with
from.
When they make it to 18, I might still got to do another 6 for college. You know what I'm saying? Like, we might got to make it to 24. But if we got to make it past 24, you need to figure this shit the fuck out. Because, like, my God, I still want to do shit. It ain't take care of your ass. So, get out. Like,
okay, quarantine was what, 19?
Hey, there it is, Nick.
What?
Smacks, not snacks.
Smacks, not snacks.
That's the one.
Yeah.
I want a hat with that on it for the grocery store runs.
Smacks, not
Oh,
snacks.
my God. I'm getting that.
No, we're going to get that on the next t-shirt.
I'm getting that hat. I'm getting a hat with it. Smacks, not snacks. For the grocery store only. That's the only time I'm wearing it. Oh, man.
Yeah, get your little Stacy and Casey logo on there.
Oh, yeah.
That's a good idea.
My dad left my dad in a store, or my dad left my dad in a store for throwing a tantrum. Come on, Amy, now. My cousin just sat on the ground yelling, and he's like, okay, just stay there. Bye. Hey, that was my mom's signature. If you're going to act the ass, I'll leave you here. They're going to return you because they ain't going to want your ass neither.
Right before my parents got divorced, one time my mom left my dad at the grocery store. And like an hour later, my dad's jumping over the back fence like, shh.
Marcel, I love you to death, and you know I do. If not whooping some form of discipline, I make my son do wall sits. And physical, you know I like run the steps and all that shit. But eventually, you're just training them to be bigger, faster, stronger than you. So then they can whoop your ass. So you have to whoop their ass as a kid. So when they're 14, 15, 16, and that testosterone in the men start coming out, you ain't going to whoop your dad's ass. We already did that. And if I make you do wall sits and run the steps and I make you a monster, I have to let you know that this monster can still win. And if I don't do it from a young age, I might get my ass whooped later.
I don't know. You know, it really depends on the parenting because
I believe that.
Yeah, because if your kid's grown and whoops your ass, you did something wrong.
Hey,
where
good answer. Marcel, no, because my son sees me work out, so he knows I'm keeping up too.
I mean, that's funny, but in reality, if you got a kid that wants to whoop your ass, and by the time he gets to the age where he actually can, if you haven't,
you've already failed.
You failed. He has no respect. And
no, but I will say there are
no
with
offense
with
to
the
anybody,
society we live in now. you get these like, and I don't, well, like my son doesn't watch this, but I've seen on like TikTok and shit, those kids that want to go fuck with their parents. That's like a TikTok trend. And like, don't fuck with me, bro. Don't add more stress to me and try and give me a fucking heart attack over some shit, trying to kill me young, get the life insurance money. I fuck that.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'll show you
with your
one.
parents.
But like, people will go and like antagonize their parents to
Ah,
try and get a reaction for the TikTok. And it's like,
that's
I'm-
kind of fucked up.
yeah, well, you'll get the shit smacked out of you in this house. You know what I'm saying?
I used to
I'm
fuck
just
with my
saying.
mom. Actually, I remember I used to fuck with my mom. We used to go for a walk to the park, and I used to run around the corner and then like stage my death on a wall or something. Like as I rounded the corner, I was murdered. You know,
That's fucking great.
but that was just.
You've always been insane. Okay, got it.
I stopped scaring her in 2018 because I was thinking, man, I might actually start creating some damage with my scaring tactics.
Yeah.
Casey, you almost
Hey,
killed me,
the
and the
last
last time
time-
I thought I almost did.
Oh,
So like,
fuck that.
okay, mom, I'm not gonna scare you anymore.
No, when my mom
just
grabbed her chest for the first time was the last time. Nope, I ain't doing it.
Man,
My
I remember the
dad-
first time I grabbed your mom's chest. I'm just kidding. Is it? Yeah, you left yourself open. That,
Not really,
zing.
but
Oh.
like, it was a stretch, but whatever works. But put your phone down and pay attention. That'll get rid of your social anxiety.
Yes,
Social awareness gets rid of social anxiety.
just like if you did public speaking on a
Just-
regular basis, you wouldn't have anxiety doing it. If you opened your
Facts.
eyes and looked around and actually,
I think social awareness gets rid of social anxiety. If you know what's going on around you, you don't have to be nervous.
and you know what, and even though I always say what a horrible father I am, one thing that I did make sure my kids were very confident were being in public. You know, it's good to speak up, let people know you're there if you
Facts.
have to know you're there. Or if it's not your place, know when to shut up and be, you know,
But if
Shut
you're
up.
gonna speak, make sure they hear you. One thing I hate with
Ugh.
little man is like when I have to say speak up. Like speak up. If you want to be heard, you have to speak up. You can't whisper. Like closed mouths don't get fed.
mhm.
Speak up. And we're losing. Now we have kids that speak up and say ignorant shit, and the ones that are good kids that need to speak up and stop the bullshit are afraid to, because you got these what we call YNS young niggas out here, and they are opening people up like surgeons with these guns. So just don't engage in banter. Get the fuck away from them.
Social anxiety gang members are the most dangerous gang members to have.
Oh my god.
They speak.
Oh my god, that's funny as fuck. I'm sorry. I got that wait till your dad gets home from mom. Dad put the fear of God.
We're
in
having a
his
gang
kid.
meeting over Zoom.
Oh man. Hey, and that's real shit, Paul. Hey, talk to your dad, and that's real shit. My dad, he used a belt, so we didn't really act out growing up. Hey, so as a
My dad
child
used
that was hit
paddles.
with a belt,
I've been hit with belt.
you outgrow it eventually. I'm just saying, eventually you become numb to it.
Hey, my stepdad said, well, my stepdad has 5 brothers, and they actually had to pick the belt that they got beat with, and he would line them on the bed from thickest to thinnest. And I asked him, I was like, which
Thickest every
one
time.
did you pick? And he said, you really doesn't matter. He said it really doesn't matter. Was the
I'm telling
answer.
you, thickest every time.
Not the thinnest. Nobody ever picks the
Yeah, I was
thinnest.
like, thinnest gives you a whip.
Yeah, oh my God. Don't
Never
even say
do
that.
thinnest.
Ah,
Thickest by far,
makes you
because
cringe.
if like my mom, she couldn't get enough momentum on it. Sometimes it would club instead of smack, and the club wasn't as bad.
Oh, Noah's brutal. Being a kid with other kids with no adults around a pool, and one kid decides to do the whole towel and snap thing, and then
I still do that.
everybody rolls up their towels and they tie a knot at one end and make it into like a sword whip, and
Bad,
kids are
bad.
just dude, so many welts and
The
blood.
rat tail is the worst.
Oh, God,
Hey,
and you
and-
wet the tip.
Asian, since we're talking about it, I know. I do it all the time. That's my problem. Man, look, but the way you got to do it, if you're gonna do it right, this for those who haven't experienced it. Dip the tip
I
just in the water.
That's what I just said.
I
You gotta-
know, but I'm like, just
just the tip, just so
and then
that
watch
last
somebody
little
cry like a bitch.
pop.
Everybody's crying.
Ah,
I've
okay.
cried like a bitch. Hey, you're
Yeah.
reliving it.
Oh, I'm from California. We had a swimming pool in our backyard. We were whipping each other all the time.
I'm from St. Louis, from an apartment complex. We had a swimming pool in the neighborhood.
Oh, well, you probably got whipped all the time too.
No. We could only swim 3 months out of the year, and we had agreements.
We had good weather. We swam all the time.
Man, I'm just
because
I
our
couldn't
parents
have-
were always at Diddy parties. No, I'm
Da-
kidding.
Damn, Nick. Amy said, "Wait till you get hit with the buckle." Nick, Amy got hit in the head a couple times with the buckle.
No, it shows.
That's fucked up. Y'all are fucked. Amy gonna beat y'all ass.
She's not here. Oh, speaking of Amy. Okay.
Seen some interesting things.
Her neighbor did. One of her neighbors on her street over in Hicksville,
St. Anne.
St. Anne. They're
Hey, man, that ain't Hicksville.
Amy lives there. Just kidding, Amy.
Oh my
Jeez.
God.
She's not here to see her expression on her face. Usually she'll like say something really witty back. But when she's not here, I'm really just abusing her and being an ass.
Yeah.
So hey, thanks, Amy. For,
While she's talking about her childhood trauma and abuse, you're just over here talking. That's fucked
tomorrow,
up. I'm sorry.
tomorrow I'm gonna come to work with a big belt buckle. I want to stick it out when I say, "Hey, Amy."
Oh man, it's so fucking. Give it a nice little grab.
No, but anyways, her neighbor posted on Facebook under the community Facebook page thing late at night, like whatever time at night is dark.
I'm gonna respond to this too. I
A
wanna
bunch of
give my
lights. There's like
response.
5 lights up in the sky, and they're slowly moving around. And it showed. I watched the video. We weren't
She's
able
gonna
to
tell
clip
the
it.
story.
And
She's kinky. She said, "Wear a rodeo buckle."
love you too.
She did say, "Love you, Kate."
Yeah. And anyways, the neighbor lady said she has like all this footage of these floating around lights. And
Came
the
out
next-
and there was a drone in
the next
backyard.
morning, she took a picture of a broken drone in the
Yeah,
backyard.
they
Was it
mi-
hers or her
First
neighbor's?
off, not military grade. Second, not police grade. Third, not a good quality
Here,
drone.
I'll show you.
Looks to me like somebody was trying to work up the neighborhood and they got a reaction.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up.
Just saying. Yep, Casey's got you here, but don't let him work you into a frenzy over there in St. Anne. No offense, nothing in St. Anne is
You see it?
of any kind of military operation. Yes, like
Yeah, so it's next to a barbecue pit. It looks like somebody needs to pick up the lid of that barbecue pit and show some fucking pride in your barbecue pit.
man,
It's
here
a
it goes.
Weber.
I knew it. Oh yeah, if it's a Weber.
I have a Weber right now. It's like almost corroding out. It's almost falling apart, but I ain't gonna get a new pit. It still works. There's lots of
Until it doesn't.
until it doesn't.
Better bottom out on it.
Turn it into a forge because I'm gonna be making knives. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that was a pretty crazy
Another
story. I
cool
heard.
thing that is crazy.
Oh,
Obama and Aniston, baby.
I don't know if you heard, but apparently this is an ongoing little rumor.
Sounds to me like they might have met at a Diddy party and enjoyed the playroom a little too much.
Yeah, but the only thing that throws me off is Jennifer Aniston.
America's sweetheart.
She seems to be really close with Adam Sandler. They did a couple of movies, and I don't see Adam Sandler toying with somebody who would have a pretty corrupt thing. Now, if her and Obama are just like dating,
Adam Sandler is the Jew that runs the show.
dude,
I love Adam
no,
Sandler,
come
so I
on.
hope not, but I could just see it.
I heard that he's like one of the celebrities that are like actually.
Yeah, I
nice
mean, he
off
walks around in
and
normal
off camera.
clothes, helps people, like really helps
The
people.
IHOP story. Remember the IHOP story that he was told that they had a so many minute wait, so him and his daughter left, and then later the waitress found out who it was and apologized, and they gave him all the stuff. Anyway.
See, that's to me goes against everything we were just saying. That's using your celebrity. for
No.
free.
That's the thing. He didn't make a big deal about it, but they made a big
They
deal. when
do
found-
always talk about pizza parties. Adam Sandler and Jennifer Aniston.
They do, huh?
They do have a few videos out there talking about that. I think that honestly, you got to remember he
He's too
owns that
wholesome.
film company.
Ugh. I would
But
be
see,
shocked.
guess Denzel Washington was too wholesome.
Denzel Washington,
Nope.
I didn't listen to on tapes doing prank shows and stuff. I never heard Adam Sandler get raunchy or see like a devilish side to him. Denzel, I only saw in movies. I never really watched him
Which
off
makes
camera.
you even wonder, like,
I only saw
how
his
did he have
acting
time?
side.
That's what I'm saying. These are people that are in the press.
Adam Sandler, I was watching him throughout his
Yeah.
whole career.
Billy Matt, or yeah.
But then again, I was watching Diddy throughout his whole career. I didn't see that one coming.
Didn't see Tupac being gay.
I didn't see Tupac being gay. And
Didn't see the own astronauts going into space.
Stacy, I think about Tupac every single morning when every time a song comes on, sometimes it's like I want to
No
feel it. I
kidding.
start listening to it.
No, Diddy.
What?
Think about Tupac
No.
every morning.
Well,
No
on my playlist, I have a lot of Tupac in there, and ever since we had that talk, the song starts playing, and I start trying to feel
You
it.
can hear the feminine now. Dear mama.
And then I
It's
start
one of my
thinking,
faves.
maybe I was overreacting in that video. I should watch it again. It's only one video I saw that doesn't say anything. Dude, you fucked
Can't
me up.
redo it.
You fucked me up.
All you gotta do is see one take. One take, Jake, baby. And it's there.
Yeah.
Hey, smacks, not snacks. I'm remembering and I'm saying that again so we don't forget. But as far as I don't know, man. Adam Sandler to me might be in there. I mean,
He's too busy making
Obama-
awesome, funny movies and funny songs.
this is the thing.
stand-ups.
Hey, look, and if he comes out on there, and he comes out on to be on a list or something, what are you gonna say then?
Oh man, think about the movies I'm gonna lose.
A whole collection.
We've lost my generation.
I've got
everyone-
Mr. Deeds you can see from over here. You know what I'm saying?
Mr. Deeds.
Like,
Dude, fuck social anxiety. Our generation have been lied to. All of our celebrity friends molested all of our friends we didn't know. All the rappers have all had butt sex with other rappers. We can't celebrate anything.
we molested the friends we didn't know.
They gave us fag, they threw away fag, they gave us fag back, and that shit's gay.
It's out of control.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's gay.
I don't know. I just feel like we've been kind of thrown around a lot lately with like these
Get
mind
treated
jobs.
like horse.
Yeah, you know the butterfly effect. Every time Ashton
Cheap
Kutcher
horse.
goes through like another thing, and he like goes, memory all fucking catches up with all the new memories. That feels like my brain over the last year,
Amy said nobody's innocent from the shit Diddy was doing.
dude. Yeah, fuck, that
I'm
shit's
just
even
gonna
getting
say.
worse. Stuff's coming out even worse now. It's like, okay,
Man, he's naming people that are coming out on indictments that they don't even want to
Bieber.
put in
the
public.
Bieber stuff is apparently coming out now.
He just had a huge movie
Apparently that
director.
shit's real.
But Nick was saying real talk. Case, keep going. I wasn't trying to cut you off. I was just responding to the.
Oh no, the Bieber stuff. No, I just
I was talking about your
that's another
thoughts. You know what
Oh
I'm saying?
yeah, my thoughts. What was I talking about?
You're going on about Hollywood and how you're going to lose a bunch
Yeah.
of movies.
We lost a bunch of movies because now we can't watch any of the Denzel Washington shit. Well, you can, but once you hear the stories that I've heard and once you believe them, even though recently he was baptized, which I think is some crazy shit, you're gonna kind of lose a little respect. I mean, celebrities, singers, every friggin' hip hop star. I started actually going back and listening to like oldies but goodies, like all pre 1994 period shit, like old shit, and trying to have respect for
They've
songs
been
that I
doing
can
this
actually.
shit since Elvis. Elvis
I
was
know,
fucking
but-
little girls.
I know.
Who are you running to? They've been
No.
doing this since the 70s. Who are you running to but to another culprit?
I try to listen.
We
to,
got to make our own
Listen.
album.
we do. We should have an album of uncorrupted artists. It's gonna be a one-hit wonder.
They baptized after being given the
It's gonna
Medal of Honor from Biden. Hey man, y'all gonna
Yeah,
quit
we
hating
got
on
Medal of
Denzel.
Honor.
Fuck that. If y'all ain't gonna hate on Sandler, we ain't hating on Denzel, goddammit. That's like saying Luther Vandross is gay. My mom would turn over and come back to ash, okay? From ashes. We just don't say certain things in this house, okay? I'm just fucking with you.
Man, someone got triggered.
Oh, look at Sam Cooke.
Triggered.
Look at our Aretha Franklin. Man,
Sam
look at
Cooke.
everyone.
Sam Cooke is a fucking joke.
Look
Every
at
time I
everyone.
see him, he has his fucking tongue out doing some devil shit. It's like, dude, we get it.
That's the point.
It's like the fat girl in the office that wears the shit. You're like, are you really wearing that? How do you
It's
top
not
that?
made for
You
you.
can't top it. They try every time. They try to top it. You can't. You already look like an idiot.
So what we're bringing back in 2025, now that we have freedom of speech, we're calling people fat, we're calling people fags, and we're calling people dumbasses.
And if we don't like what you're wearing, when you walk by, we're gonna go. "Ew."
And I'm Stacy.
I'm Casey.
Have a great night.